Oh. Hello, you beautiful people out there. My name is Rosetta Muffin, and welcome to Eyes Over Us. This is loud. Oh? Okay, sorry, I played this demo a little bit ago, and, I kept forgetting to actually, play it. Then I got caught up with a little misfortune and everything, but, oh. Someone is watching me. It's been a while since I interacted with other beings. I remember someone trying to free me from my stone prison, but they just managed to expose part of me. I don't care either way. I was fine underground. They sure wanted to find me. They dug a big hole just to reach me. They cover their faces with masks, like the ancient tribes. Maybe they feel safer this way. The masked ones have been throwing other beings here with me. Most of them failed on the first days of being exposed to my influence and had to be removed. I sense the fear of the two remaining. They look at me in confusion. They don't even know what I am, but neither do the masked ones. It's been a long time since I've had an opportunity like this. This is more about them than fear. The one closest to me is a male. He's curious, even more than fearful. It's poking around my surfaces while talking to the other one. How will I call this one? He looks like a Craig. Yes, I feel like Craig suits him just fine. I will call him that. The other being a female. She's angry at Craig for his lack of caution and yelling at the masked ones to let her go free. She's putting on a brave facade for the other, but she's terrified nonetheless. Amusing. How will I call this one? She looks like a Cindy. Cindy and Craig. Yes, I feel like Cindy suits her just fine. I will call her that. Oh. Do you want to save this configuration? Yes. The masked ones are opening the hatch and lowering something with the crane. Once the crane's platform lowered to the ground level, a loud voice instructed them to look inside. There are several objects placed without evident criteria. A coin purse, a portable radio, a robot toy, and a zoetrope. I wonder, what should I do now? Let's affect Craig's? How should I affect Craig? Well, he's already afraid, right? Anger? Craig's mind is invaded with images of when he was first abducted by the masked ones. A reminder of how he's punched, subdued, and thrown in a van with 3 other people. Suddenly, he feels nostalgic for the other 2 companions that are no longer with him. They were tortured alongside him, and when they could no longer bear the pressure, they were taken, never to be seen again. Each memory fills him with immense anger. Okay. Cindy holds the portable radio in her hands and inspects it. The first thing she notices is that it has no battery, so it will be pretty useless. But besides that, the object looks oddly identical to the one she used to carry with her to and fro from school when she was little. Her school was a little bit farther away and her father worked late, so the object provided a useful distraction on the bus and when walking to and from the bus stop. All sorts of older and shady men used to roam the streets near her house, often coming in or out of the bar that presided the street corner. The radio was useful to drown their comments, probably none of which they could be spattering to a little girl. But sometimes the radio canceled the sounds of steps until it was almost too late and the men were right behind her. Sometimes they touched her hair, her back, or whispered in her ear. At that point, she just sprinted out of there while hearing the sound of laughter. She remembered those meters until she got home and the daily terror, and how the radio and headphones helped her maintain the illusion of safety, even if it was often shattered easily. Gotta drink water. I forgot how much shocking this game had. Ugh, gotta hydrate. Craig watched her staring at the contraption for a while, until he could not bear it any longer and offered her to keep the radio. She accepts. Although the object reminds her of a terrifying time in her life, she held it firmly in her hand for an unknown reason. They put the rest of the objects in the crane's platform and watched them quickly elevate far from reach. The object doesn't seem to be of any utility in their mind, but that is not true on the masked one's side. They got valuable data from this, and will have even more soon. Craig notes changes in the movements of the masked ones. Probably the start of another one of their tests. Soon the crane's platform descends with another package for them. a brand new deck of cards. Ooh. Cindy recognizes the brand from her days working at a local casino. The loud voice indicates them to take the card and play with them. Craig obeys. He knows what's expected of him at this point. Craig takes the cards out of the box and notices that they are Spanish cards. I wonder, what should I do now? Oh, expand influence? What emotion should I focus on? Sorrow. To make him sad. Make him depressed. Craig started mixing the cards and then the game is on. For a while, the masked ones watched, taking measures and recording video. After some minutes, the masked ones announce an official game. They read the rules, and the walls of the cave is illuminated with a projection of a store counter. Craig and Cindy are actually excited for this game. Their minds almost forget that they are being held against their will. They play some rounds, getting increasingly competitive. After almost an hour of intense competition, there's finally a winner. The loud voice announces that Craig is the winner. Craig jumps around and celebrates his victory. This irritates Cindy. That she has never been a good loser. But she manages to control her impulses and just brushes off Craig's victory. The masked ones lower the crane's platform and instruct them to place the cards there and take a package up inside. The package is filled with food, and by their reaction, food is of their liking. Yay! But for their shock, the loud voice announces that only the winner will be able to eat. No sharing is allowed, and the food needs to be consumed right now. Craig doubts it at first, but then kicks the platform and throws all the food on the ground. Cindy really appreciates the gesture. Then they kiss. They both sit in the dark, hungry, but a little bit more happy with themselves. The masked ones write down the results and start preparing their test. The lights turn off. Seems like the masked ones will let them sleep for now. They have no idea how much time has passed since they last slept. I wonder, what should I do now? Well, I already went after Craig, so let's go after Cindy. It looks like she's already fearful. Let's make him sadder. Cindy's eyes started drifting, examining her own body. She's been so preoccupied with survival that she hasn't had time for examining herself. Oh no. When she arrived, she had long and beautiful sculpted nails painted with nerd motives. What? That made the nail salon girl expend an extra hour making sure she could paint them right. Her best friend had convinced her to give those looks a chance. She had never been much of the typical feminine type, but she liked these nails. They made her feel pretty. She had fun with those nails, even without being able to dominate the domestic chores as well as before. She eventually got used to them and went to the nail salon once a month with her friend. Cute. Her last designs were black and red, poker cards inspired, that remind her of the Queen of Hearts, her favorite character of her favorite book. Dude, I literally just did a special effects looks about cards. Pictures. Those nails, however, are completely destroyed now. The black was only dirt and the red was only dry blood. Most of the nails were broken or straight up torn off. Ugh. Ew! I hate that. She tried to distract herself by playing with her hair. That was equally or even more dirty than her nails. Tears dropping, even with her trying to get a hold of herself, trying not to break down in front of Craig, or even worse in her eyes, giving satisfaction to the masked ones. A few minutes seem to pass and no more activity is observed. It's impossible for them to measure the passage of time from inside the hole, but the chance to rest is nonetheless very welcomed. There's movement at the top of the hole. The masked ones are opening the hatch and lowering something with the crane again. Once the crane's platform lowered to the ground level, a loud voice instructed them to take what's inside. A carefully wrapped package sits on top of the platform. The package seems to contain basic nutrients. Judging by Craig and Sydney's reaction, it is not to their liking. The masked ones point their guns at them, indicating them to hurry up. I wonder, what should I do now? Oh shit. Is it back to Craig's again? Oh, I can't do the same thing twice. I think that was like that in the demo too. I think this is pretty similar to the demo so far, but it's been a hot second since I played it. I honestly don't remember. It was a few months ago. Let's inflict fear. No future ahead. No place to hide. No help on the way. No hope to cling to. Only logical to be afraid. The only option is surrendering to fear. No. There's always another option. I don't know about in this situation, but you know. They both look at the disappointing amount of food and reluctantly start eating. They feel like animals now, only eating for survival. The enjoyment of a meal was an underrated activity for them. Little things that made them feel human. Removing that aspect of them is no doubt a deliberate action. The masked ones write down their results and prepare for the next test. Look at this image. What emotion comes to the mind when you look at this? Confusion? Probably fear. More than any of the other things. What word comes to your mind? Oh. Confusion? That's truly a fear-inducing confusion. I don't think I did that right. Craig's stomach has been empty for a while. His body starts to decompose itself for sustenance. Oh.
We know that you have the code. Either you are lying to us or you don't remember. Either way, you will have to search inside that head of yours and give us the answer. A number and a word, we know that much. It's your turn now. First, the number.
13?
That is not the right number. Stop making us waste our time. It'll only get harder for you.
That wasn't in the fucking demo. Unless it was, in which case, yeah. Craig's, yep, what? Ooh. Cindy has not eaten, well in a long time. The damage to her health accumulates with each passing moment. Craig is degrading fast. I don't think he can resist much longer if the masked ones don't help him. The masked ones seem to be getting ready for another experiment. A noise inside the stone walls of the hole let Craig and Cindy know to get ready for anything. Hidden holes in the walls open up. Water starts to pour from the holes. The sounds indicate that it is about to carry something else with it. I wonder, what should I do now? Let's affect Cindy's mind again. We've affected Craig's like twice. Let's inflict her with fear as well. Cindy's mind is invaded by the images of the ones that are no longer with them. She remembered another girl that was with them at first. She didn't last long. She was taken upstairs. After a while, when she finally returned, she was a beacon of fear for everyone inside the hole. She seemed to be completely paralyzed. She didn't respond when touched or seemed to be able to hear her. She was breathing, and that was the only indication that she was not a corpse. She was unable to eat even when they tried to feed her. After a few days, they removed her from the hole. Cindy had a long-lasting fear of being trapped in her own body. She always thought that this was a fantasy fear, the indulgence of the mind over a ridiculous idea. This is what this place was for her. A place where fears that belonged in fantasy became flesh and blood. That is a fucking line, dude! Finally, whatever was on those tubes comes out. Oh, a myriad of small frogs pour out from the holes being dragged by the water current. Craig recognizes the pattern on their backs. The frogs are not venomous or dangerous in any form. I thought I was gonna burp. They even seem cute up close. His childhood interest is natural life, and hours of watching TV and reading about it seem to finally paying out big time. At one time, he even considered a profession related to that, but the job market prospects were slim at best, made him reconsider that life path. Cindy falls to the ground, paralyzed by the overwhelming fear. The creatures slowly start creeping towards her. Even easier to reach now that she's on the ground. Craig's lack of sleep is making him really irritable. Oh shit. Their stomach starts speaking to them. Nourishment is of the essence. Craig starts looking at the creatures that surround him in another light. Maybe this was an opportunity. Despite the creatures being crushed and soaked in dirt, the hunger is just too much to be a picky eater. Cindy looked at them as well. A shared hunger and thought, do not eat the frogs! Don't eat the frogs. They both know what they should do. They grab the remains of the creatures, close their eyes, and start eating. They try not to puke and keep on eating as fast as they can in order not to taste the strange meat. Regardless of that, they have obtained the nutrients that will keep them alive a little bit longer. The masked ones take note and prepare for the next test. I feel like now that they saw that you would eat the frogs, they're gonna keep feeding you shit like that. You know? You know what I mean? Look at this image. Oh. honestly think fear, I guess. What word comes to your mind? I'm thinking about this way too hard. Irrational. That's truly a fear-inducing irrational. I don't think I'm writing that correctly.
You seem to be filled with fear lately.
Oh! Okay, I have an appropriate gift then. But only this time. Craig's stomach has been, his body, we read that already. Cindy's body has received too much punishment, but her wounds start to be a problem. Why do they insist on breaking my toys? Why do they insist on breaking my toys? Oh my god, I love this. So like, it was never really explained in the demo, obviously because this is a demo. But like, I think we're obviously like an SCP type creature, you know? Obviously sentient, and obviously we can affect people's minds, which is pretty neat. I feel like this is an SCP type situation. Yeah. Two human figures. As the platform descends, Craig notices that the figures appear to be the same they encountered before. The tall armored guy with the smaller doctor. The tall figure indicates them once more to step aside and keep their distance while the doctor steps out of the platform. I wonder what should I do now? Let's expand our influence. Because like what if we like influence the doctor and that shit? We already did sorrow because it was purple. Let's do fear. Craig thinks about the situation there. Finally are face to face with the bastards that have been torturing them. Or face to mask, I should say. Craig acts quickly when the doctor starts cleaning his wounds. Craig takes his hand and twists it to his back. At the same time, that takes a pistol and points him to his head. Craig remembers that he didn't take the safety off, so he nervously hurries to do it. The tall one is already pointing the gun at him anyway. Cindy reacts as fast as she can and gets behind Craig and the hostage, so that she can avoid becoming a hostage herself or being a nuisance. Craig demands that the tall one step aside and let them get into the platform. The tall one doesn't respond, or move a muscle. The doctor is unfazed as well, despite having a gun pointing to his head. Craig and Cindy are getting more desperate, not seeing a reaction from the masked ones. For their horror, the top of the hole is sealed and the gas starts to pour in. Craig starts to pull off the mask off the doctor, but it's fixed to his head with some kind of lock. The descending gas reaches them and quickly they lose consciousness. They regain consciousness, not knowing how much time has passed. Despairs invade their mind. This was the closest that they were from escaping, and it was pathetic. The masked ones have all their bases covered. How can they fight them? To their surprise, their wounds were tended while they were unconscious. They don't know how to feel about this, knowing that at any time the masked ones could take them out and do whatever they please with their bodies. Ugh, I don't like that. Craig starts feeling weird. Understandable. Oh. The chemical inside his veins starts reacting in a way he can't imagine is intended. His heart pounding aggressively. Each second, breathing becomes harder. Cindy notices and starts calling for help, being unable to get loose from the machine. Oh, she's in a machine? After a few seconds, Craig starts losing consciousness, but the machine is not finished with him. There are machines? What? The robot enacts another substance inside him, and after... Oh shit. The robot releases both of them, and Cindy assists Craig in getting out of the machine. She notices blood accumulated in his eyes and coming out of his nose. The robot gets back to the platform and ascends once again. Both of them feel dehumanized and violated. They keep getting used as a test subject, not even being the courtesy of being hurt by an actual human. They feel like cattle being processed. Their sadness gives way to anger. They will not forget this easily. If they survive, like... The masked ones write down the results and stuff to bring the next man. Craig's stomach has been empty for... Yep. The test subjects survived 9 experience.
Oh. The test subjects survived 9 experiments. It's a shame. The cycle is now over.
Don't be sad. You're just getting the hang of this. To fail is human and sometimes out of your control. Are you capable to accept that sometimes things are out of your control? That even if you try really hard, you can fail either way? Ugh. Yeah? I mean, I felt that before. Good. I feel real growth out of you. And that is what living is all about. Now, continue and try to keep these people alive this time. Ooh, I like that! Oh my god! That's so cool! Bro, okay. I don't know. I think you just have to, like, keep replaying it and you get different endings. That's really cool, though. I don't know if I'm going to replay it for this video because I have to work in the morning and I am tired. I'm probably going to stream this. I feel like this is a good game to stream. Like, and I could, like, ask you guys what you think I should do. Yeah, so look out for this. I'll be streaming this on Twitch. Everything is in the description below. I'm probably going to start uploading daily again. I used to do that. People who used to watch my channel a while ago, I used to upload, I think it was daily. I think it ended up going to Monday through Friday, and then it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I just stopped uploading because I was in college. But now I just have a job, but this is really cool. I like this. Yeah, God, I don't know what to say. Like, we're like this creature, I guess. I think this creature likes messing with these people. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Cause like, he said that what did he say? He didn't want the masked ones like messing with his toys or whatever. And I'm like, bro, okay, so like you obviously are not human. You can't be human, first off, because like people can't affect other people's minds, like, you know. But he doesn't like them either, I think. But yeah, I'm glad I came back and revisited this game. But yeah, it's on Steam. You can get it for yourself. I'll link it in the description. So like if you like it, subscribe if you like it, and I will see all of you beautiful people in the next video. Bye bye.